Hey, what's up guys? It's Blake, and today we're going to talk about 5 of the most unique reptiles in the world. So starting off this list, we're going to talk about marine iguanas. Now these guys can only be found in the Galapagos Islands. Now what's so cool about these guys is they're actually the only ocean-going lizard on the planet. They can stop their heartbeat for up to an hour. They can dive as deep as 65 feet. They spend an awful lot of time grazing the ocean floor looking for algae. The males can exceed 4 feet in length, while the females typically are going to be about 2 foot. Another really cool characteristic about this animal is that they have a special nasal gland where they can actually sneeze salt out of it. So number 2 on this list is going to be a Brahminy blind snake. Now the Brahminy blind snake specifically is the smallest snake species in the world, only getting about 6.5 inches long. They're very often confused with an earthworm. They're a fossorial species, meaning that they're burrowers, and they spend most of their time underground. They actually cannot see, they are blind as the name implies, however they can detect light. Typically they're going to feed on small insects such as ants or insect larvae. The third reptile on this list is going to be horned lizards, or also known as horny toads. This is due to their wide, flattened bodies. They're usually about 4 inches in length, and feed primarily on harvester ants. So with the most unique trait on this list, these guys actually have a small gland just below their eye that can shoot blood. Yes, blood out of it as far as 3 feet. They do this as a defense mechanism, and it's hypothesized that blood is kind of foul or has a bitter taste to it, and they believe that they would do this to spray it at a predator to distract them or repulse them to allow them to have a chance to escape. Number 4 on this list is going to be my favorite turtle species, and that's the mata turtle. These guys are a freshwater species. They get about 18 inches in length and can weigh up to 33 pounds. So they're a fairly large turtle species and spend almost their entire life underwater. Something interesting about them is they, unlike most reptiles, do not really like to bask. So they actually have a really elongated snout in which they'll use like a snorkel to breathe from so they can stay fully submerged in the water. They have really large ears and are extremely sensitive to sound. They feed primarily on fish and freshwater invertebrate like crayfish or crawdads, depending on where you're from. They actually have spines in their throat similar to a sea turtle, and it's believed that they would have those to help keep food down when they're diving. Fifth and final reptile on this list is going to be the frilled neck lizard. These guys can hit speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. They reach about 3 foot in length, 2/3 of that length being their tail. Some people will call them the bicycle lizard because they often run on their back legs as bipedalists. That frill can actually be upwards of 12 inches fully spread out. Why do they have that frill? So that frill is actually used to warn predators, let them think they're bigger than they actually are, just scare them off. But also it's used in mating rituals. The males will often show it off to try to get females. And that frill itself is actually supported by spines that connect to the jawbone of that lizard. Well, hey, before I let you go, I just want to say, if you haven't noticed by now, I have changed the name of the channel from Whitewater Reptiles to Blake It Happen. And that's simply because I want to start posting things such as magnet fishing, actual fishing videos. I'd like to start going out, maybe mushroom picking, hunting videos, stuff like that. And I really hope you'll join me on that journey. The reptile stuff is not going anywhere. As of now, I do still plan on posting reptile content every Friday. I appreciate all of you. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel now, liking this video, and I'll see you in the next one.